Hello. Hello, hello.
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 Let's see if the audio is horrible or not. And if
Okay,
I'm really quiet or not. But you can't check yourself, which is the
yeah.
that sounds so wrong.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say.
Oh god, of course. But of course. But yeah, if you okay, thank you for the feedback. For some reason my Streamlabs bot is not working, and that's why I can't share the usual stuff that comes in chat, like the music, who is like making the music, and like who I'm collabing it and whatnot. But yeah, as you guys already know by heart, this is Grim. Although currently Grim looks a bit different. Last time Grim was just a head. Now he's sitting
Yeah,
on.
I was just ahead.
The rest of always cracks me up, I swear. Thank you very much. Thank you for the hydrate. But I am a bad person. I'm gonna use my energy drink instead because I'm not drinking water.
Yeah. Speaking of hydrate.
Yeah. Nice. Oh god.
Oh, I have my food. Okay.
What you did? Oh, by the way,
I was.
Oh fuck! No. I see it. That's the stupid part. I see it in chat. I know it's gonna happen. Jesus. I mean, it's good that I react to it. The point is for me to react. It's gonna be pretty stupid if I just settle. Although my model is pretty. For a model that technically doesn't have expressions, my model has pretty good like expressions. It's based on like what I do, but that's because I was like fidgeting with
the parameters.
Yeah, with the parameters. Thanks to Diveku, who is another fairly small VTuber compared to us. They are pretty big, but you know, and they like make tutorials and stuff, and they explained how you can do stuff. For example, the thing that I was talking to Grim, that it's kind of bad that it looks like I'm not looking at chat. I look at the side because the way I'm looking at the side is at my actual screen, and you guys are on the other side for me, but I kind of read your stuff at the edge of my eye. It's very like with my peripheral vision, so it's weird. But they showed how you can make it, like, despite me looking, for example, at the right, it's gonna look to the people that I'm looking at the left. But I am so bad with directions that I was like, I'm not gonna mess with that. Nope.
Yeah, for me, I unintentionally did this, but whenever I look at my chat, because I have I have 3 monitors across my screen. Most of them were given to me by family, old monitors.
Yeah.
And I have my main monitor as my OBS, while I have the monitor I bought, which is a gaming monitor for my video games.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, you just need to be able to see OBS. You don't need for it to be fancy.
Yeah.
In my case, everything is literally just one. So, and I'm so used to it. I think that when I get a working PC, like I'm kind of tempted to just get obnoxiously big monitor like I have currently. Because technically, if the PC can't handle it, I don't have problem with it being like one screen. Aside from some games that don't allow, like you can't minimize them, and then I'm like, but some games I want to play maybe are gonna be like that. So I'm like, what I'm doing. But yeah, Grim has the. What are these emotes? That's cute. Yeah, but today topic, so to speak, is general like VTubers we like, why we like decided to be Vtubers. And generally, like I am not a gossiping person, but you know stuff that we like to talk about doing Vtubers and whatnot. But it's just gonna be chill. No idea how long it's gonna be. Generally, when me and Grim chat on stream and out of stream, it ends up being like 2 or 3 hours.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but I
Just wait for
on stream. On stream is and like we continue and then it's like, oh god. Wait, I just realized today is Wednesday. That's why we can collab. Oh god.
Yes. It's Wednesday. My dudes.
You know, I am so bad. Like my because I have missions. And my missions are kind of sporadic, so I have no idea which day we are sometimes. I'm like, oh, when we are, what's happening? I think it's gonna be cool if we kind of talk about like stuff that we're currently like planning and whatnot, and stuff that happened. For example, you being like part of it, Takanan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally a part of that.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like even if it's just like a team, it's not like a company, but it's like cool. And it's so many people too, like 300 fucking people. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Like I went to go raid one of our team members last night, and it was like about a good 20 people streaming at the time. While my personal list, I had like 5, and
yeah,
and like 4 of them were people I was not gonna raid to because it's like, I don't want to raid Trash Taste, I don't want to raid Connor, I don't want to raid
yeah.
Who else was on last night?
I don't raid like Vtubers because it's gonna be weird for people.
Well, I mean, to be fair, those if I were to raid those people, well, Trash Taste at least, they had like a rerun, so
Yeah.
or so it wasn't gonna be like an interactive thing.
Yeah.
If I was to raid Connor, that'd be kind of not counterintuitive, but like at least he collabs a lot with Iron Mouse.
Yeah.
So it's like
I mean at this point he's kind of part of the scene, so to speak.
Yeah.
And not only that, like he also had collabed, like he was in I don't remember which one of the party type of games, but like with bunch of people, including Mousy and like different like corpo and non-corpo VTubers, also like creators in general. So it's such a mishmash recently, especially in a good way, I think.
I love how I'm not the only one who calls her Mousy.
Yeah.
Like I try not to do that on stream because I don't want to sound like, you know, it's like, hey, we're close enough to call that I can call her Mousy. Like, no, I'm a fan.
I recently I literally didn't think about it. I just said it. I never actually called her that till now. What we've been up to? I've been up to attempting to create what is it called? Music covers. It's hard to create and find people for that, especially if you want to do it free, so no money involved. I can work as an illustrator even though it's not to the best of level, but it's still like something that you can work with. But I'm with absolutely minimal experience in mixing. Apparently, I was like from listening to my song, like my cover, the harmonies are actually surprisingly good for somebody who never in their life fucking mixed anything. But the timing is atrocious, and and I'm like, why I couldn't make the timing, because it would have sounded pretty decent if the timing was. But I was so eager to like make a cover. I was like, I like with no money, I want to make cover. I can make everything but the actual thing, and found somebody who allowed me to use their like cover of the melody, and I was like, okay, we're doing that.
Nice.
I was so panicked before it, as if somebody was gonna see it. I mean, people saw it, so it's not like fully not visible, but that was funny.
Yeah, I'm technically still working on one of my covers
Oh
because I
yeah,
plan on covering King.
that's gonna sound so
Uh,
cool with your voice though. Ah, I'm
eh,
excited.
I, the problem being is I still need to find a someone to. My roommate is able to do like the melody and the mixing
Uh-huh.
for it, but I still need to get someone to do a
The music video?
like the actual illustration of it, and then probably someone to do like the lyrical part of it.
Yeah, that like if you want, I think that it's okay to just like mention it on stream because I'm not gonna say the name of the person before we actually fully collab. But the person who is gonna work on the MV of Vita Hanan collab that I'm working on. That, by the way, Grim is part of too. Yay!
Yeah.
Um, we found quite a few people. I didn't expect because I'm so new at Vita Hanan, and you know it's a big group. But actually, the more time passed, the more people like said I want to join to sing, and I was like, oh nice, so more people, which kind of makes it hard to find a song that can work with that.
So we can all.
But still, like there are many. I have like small idea in my head that's like, what should I do that? I'm gonna tell you later. But the person
Yes.
who's gonna work on my MV and like the editing of the things, can like connect you with them. Where like you're in the same Discord currently with them anyways. If you want, because.
I don't mind. I just want to get the illustration first. Get that set up.
I wanted to find everybody so I can like separate the tasks and whatnot. So we don't like we not end up making everything and there's one part missing and just sitting on that one part missing. I wanted to like know that everything is possible that I want to make. So yeah. Hello, Firestorm. Firestorm. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm working on from long time. Like the sad thing is there was one cover I really wanted to make. Thank you for the posture check. Actually, I have horrible posture. And my back is hurting so much. Like I literally, like I know that I'm 200 years old, but why my body is like acting as if like I'm 500? What the fuck? It's like no, you're dead. Fuck off.
I mean, speaking, like I also in my realm, I am, I was like 29 years old. I have no idea how old I am in the human world because technology has advanced so much since I last saw it.
Mine is kind of mental age. Like I know my mental age is a lot, but the physical age is like la la la. I am somebody somewhere around like mid, like early adulthood. Hello. I can't like just tell based on how like looking at myself. Yeah, probably around that range. So I just go with the mental because it's more correct. It's like this. You have a number. Now you can feel less anxious because fucking anxiety. But yeah, I wanted to make a cover, and like we talked with the person who made the melody cover of the thing, and they were okay with me like singing and then mixing it of song of one of the Vtubers that you hear me talk about often because it's very weird because I want to talk about people that like made me want to do this, but at the same time I talk to my chat about it. I'm the type of person where when I like something a lot and like it's very important for me, I don't like talking about it. It's not like, for example, talking about anime means that I don't like it, but for example, you know how I'm like avoiding and procrastinating watching Demon Slayer because I like it a lot. So it's the same thing. Sometimes I like just end up in the tangents and I'm like, oh, I mentioned the person Should I be happy about that or no? But yeah, I was close to making a cover of a song that is very nice, and I really wanted to do it. But the person had a lot of things to do IRL, and finally were just like, sorry, but I can't do that. And I'm like, oh my god. They even like said that they are okay with sending me like the files of the melody for other person to mix it, which I may do someday. But yeah, it was like, it was kind of, but yeah. Aside from that, the other thing is that I'm planning to, at some point, release more like voice acting / RP stuff. I'm very tempted what to do, because like I think that the creepy vibe works with me. Somebody suggested I have one person who is perpetually like following and replying to me on YouTube, and it's probably the only person that follows my YouTube channel. That was like, why you don't like copy like, lines from anime or like shows you like, but most stuff I like are like with very masculine voices, and but they were like, no, you're gonna work, for example, if you're like in shonen anime. I'm like, really? Okay. So I may attempt to do that. So part of me really wants to make a, like, I don't think that I can say it word by word because it's like the scene is very long, but the scene with Aqua from Oshinoko where he plays the stalker.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can sound that enraged, but I love that scene, and also like apparently like sounding cute, creepy is my thing. Giving my first attempt to create something like that, people are like, "Oh, that's cute, but also creepy." I was like, I mean, okay. I kind of gave up on the attempt to disprove the fact that apparently I'm cute. I was like, okay. Yeah.
I'm apparently really good at sounding insane.
I mean, you sometimes sound like that just by existing, so.
I mean, yeah, true. With what I'm having to deal with on a daily basis right now, because I'm going through my holiday insanity arc. Sorry.
See, I can't do that. I can't laugh on command, even like I just can't. Extreme emotions I can't do on command, which is very sad, because like obviously person is gonna laugh at some point. Like when I try to make a laugh, I can only sound creepy because it's like creepy laugh. Creepy laugh is very specific in my head, and I can't kind of make it. But natural, just person laughing. Also, I laugh very weird to begin with. Like if I straight up laugh, I sound like somebody's trying to clean a window. Exactly. You also have heard me like make that very high pitched like.
Yes, I have. I was like
scream noise. No, it's not scream. It's like squeak. It's very specific thing that I don't know how to explain if like somebody hasn't heard it.
My like you've heard my laugh plenty of times throughout this, but it's just like my laugh has changed drastically throughout the years. There was times where I sound like a freaking hyena, and and my roommates can't attest. Like when they get me like freaking wheezing, I sound like a hyena. But yeah, I tend to do the.
Yeah, you have very uncle laugh in a good way. But yeah, aside from our stuff that we want to do, and also the fact that you are finally in the same team, it's so cool. I think I see it the same way as getting affiliated. Technically, it doesn't bring much, but also it's cool. Like it happened.
It's another asset to work with. It's
Yeah.
not like you're in this group. You cannot affiliate with any other groups. You can, but it's not anything like that. You know how like
Yeah.
corporates were in at the beginning of the VTubing scene.
Yeah.
Especially like I was about to say Vtuber, but that's the wrong one.
Yeah,
Hololive.
yeah, that's the last one to say about like
Yeah,
the,
the collaborations.
yeah, like they're practically Vita Hanan in like more professional version, basically.
Yeah.
Because like they can't even allow, like you can't even show your face if you want, as we saw somebody do.
Yeah.
So it's like
yeah, we have fruit that's shown their face.
Kuro.
Kuro, yeah.
So although it was like when he was younger, but still, it's like oh, I don't think I will do that. Like, Daiji is like no, but the fact that it's like this is on higher level is very cool, and also the fact that now they accept guys too.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Vishoujo is now not Vishoujo because let's Kuro turns into like a girl or something. What the hell?
Yeah. But yeah, like with Hololive, how they were at the beginning, where it's like, if I remember correctly, they weren't allowed to collab outside of their own around outside of Hololive, and
obviously they couldn't collab in Hololive guys and girls, which was kind of.
Well, I mean, at the time there weren't any guys in Hololive.
Yeah, but still, I am a bit later in the game, so to speak. But this is kind of good sideway into the general topic of VTubers.
Yeah.
My situation, like, let's say, like, me and you just explaining like how we got into watching VTubers and becoming one, and then just gonna speak about people that we vibe with a lot, basically.
Right. You want to go first as a host?
Yeah, I said that more to myself rather than anybody else because of like brain pink. Also, I'm so glad that I can speak loud, although not for long. Jesus Christ. But my situation was very like I am very indecisive for everything. So the fact that it even happened, the thing with me being VTubers is like, what the fuck? I knew about. Let me fix ages and dates because that's another problem of mine. So it was around the time of Noctix debuting because I think I saw part of Fugger of it debut, like his 2.0, which was like, yay, I'm not insane. But I saw it in like such a small scale that I was like, wait, what? But I think I was seeing like clips and stuff. I started with clips at the beginning of. Oh my god, I'm really bad with years. Did they debut? No, now it's gonna be, and they're gonna be second year. So it was the 2022. Jesus, I'm really bad with like time flies in such a way that I'm like, wait. When I started to that, yeah, not last year, around like February, I think, or so, I started to like watch clips, and like it took me quite a while to start watching straight up streams. I think maybe March, April, maybe April or May was when I started to watch clips, watch streams. And to outright like get fully into it, it took me even more. But when I got the vibe of the situation, what like understood what VTubing is about and how the things go with the VTubers, I went down the rabbit hole really fast because like from the time at that I really got into like being in that sphere in general, like fully, which was probably May, maybe August, around August or September. Like I was following one person in particular a lot and starting to follow others, and also watching random clips,
Yeah.
And so from that to full acceleration was October, no, November, and at that time, some of you in chat may know, but at that time, like I told chat before, way back that story, but I was in a phone app, like dabbling into VTubing because they allowed you to use like a model basically, but you couldn't do anything aside of speaking, which I was even worse at that time. Like if now I am bad at like just chatting, I was absolutely horrible at that time. So I sat there for like 2-3 months or so, and then at that time I found a friend, person that Grim knows about, but I found them there, and they were preparing to enter Twitch sphere, but they are like Vtuber. And I was like, maybe I can try it. And what was scary for me wasn't that I didn't know that my PC is bad. Like I knew that the PC is not very much for streaming, but the scary part was that I had zero idea how to use like OBS, how to make a model, because at that time I like didn't want to pay. Like I wanted to be as free of paying anything as possible. So I was like, how this gonna happen? But one of the people that I was watching, basically, I started, to watch a lot with. After they had their debut, I straight up started watching them daily, and their PC was absolutely trash. And it gave me like the idea, like, if their PC is so bad and they still can't do it, maybe I can try. So that's how I started. But it didn't take a long time from initially getting into as a whole into Vtubers and debuting. It was like May. Okay, I look at the chat and was like, wait, what? It was less than a year probably. Yeah, less than a year, I think. And also the fact that I'm here for almost a year is also like surprising. It's not like I planned to not stream. It was like surprising that I actually took it seriously. I don't know how to explain it. I was like, oh, especially the first 6 months when my PC was still like running really nice. Like it could run some games and it didn't crash as much, especially after I got my current body. I was streaming like religiously 4 times a week, and that like cycle broke after my 6 months anniversary and me getting affiliated, because right after that my PC started to be really bad and has some weeks where I can't stream, more like in quotation marks challenging for my PC games, and other that I didn't. Yeah. So how the Grim Reaper got into Vtubers?
Well, it's a weird one. So
Not that mine
with
is not.
VTubing, with VTubing, it was. I noticed one of the Japanese VTubers. I don't remember her name anymore, and I think she's graduated since then. I just like would watch like little clips as much as I could, because sometimes the clips were not in English, some were.
Yeah.
And then my friend who also started watching like a lot more VTubers than me, because for me it was like I saw them, followed them, and then kind of continued on my day.
Yeah, it wasn't
and this.
religiously following.
No, yeah, it was more like this. Oh, that's
Speaking
neat.
of following,
Anyway.
thank you for the following. um,
And because at the time, I was I'm trying to see when my first actual stream was. Because I've been in and out of the streaming game for a while. Like I think I started in I think my first ever stream was in 2017. But
no, you can't.
that's
I'm replying to chat. Sorry, I this.
nice.
I was doing the same actually recently. I was trying to like calculate when I have to have like my 1 year anniversary stream, so I can like in advance talk with people who I want to probably like join, like the same with my half anniversary where we had chat. And I was like, wait, when I actually started.
Yeah, it because actually no, 2017 was probably my last stream with my friend, and then it's probably been like it's probably been closer to like a decade at this point since I started streaming. However, again, it's been very rarely and very on and off.
Yeah.
But I saw Vtubing and I saw that. I thought it was nice. I was going to attempt to instead of being like a flesh tuber, because I was just gonna not have a camera.
Yeah.
While I was not having a camera while streaming.
The very OG times of streaming
yes.
vibe.
Yeah, especially since all I had was my laptop camera.
Yeah.
And I was playing from my Xbox, and there was no way to actually get a camera onto my Xbox.
Yeah.
But then I tried flesh tubing for a little bit. I tried doing like the
I don't know why I can't imagine
background.
flesh tubing. Not because I don't know how you look. It's just like no. And it's not because people would say anything either. It's just like I'm so used to you being you know.
Yeah. It's like if I just suddenly changed the character, it would be the same thing as if I was flesh tubing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I tried that for a little bit, and while all this was happening, I was still getting more and more into the VTuber.
Yeah. Being like fan.
More affiliated with, more part of the VTubers.
Yeah.
Watching more clips, watching all that. Then my friends introduced me to Gura.
Oh yeah.
It because like
into the rabbit
at least
hole.
For me, yeah, into the rabbit hole, because before that, I thought it was just a Japanese only thing.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was more on the Japan side of things.
Especially depending when you actually got introduced to it, because like when I started, it was at the beginning of Western like Vtubers becoming like bigger thing, because suddenly it wasn't only it wasn't only girls and like only in Japanese, but suddenly like guys could like video, like there were people like you can count on your both hands that were guys and like speaking English that were Vtubers, and suddenly like corpo Vtubers who were guys showed up, and it was game changing, and I showed a bit after the game changing part, and I was like like I always end up being like that. I don't know why. Every time I get into something, I get into it a bit after it became like more popular, and I'm always like I kind of wish that was a bit early. It's the same with the groups I follow, like music-wise. It's the same of series, manga or animes. I'm always like at the peak of the wave, so to speak. But it's not always a good thing. I'm like, but yeah, depending when you got into it at the beginning, it was like Japanese and girls. That's it.
Yeah, that. I mean, I knew there was going I knew there's probably gonna be like some need for the males because it.
It was
I know
it was
I
like
know at the time this might sound bigot. This might sound like I'm a bigot or something, but at the time, uh, of all this, the same thing with idols is that the more feminine side got more attention
oh
compared to
yeah, but it's
the
always like that. It's even like in the terms of like who is your favorite character in for like anime or games and stuff. Unless the game is otome, where it's like based on a bunch of guys around one girl. It's always like the girls. Um, and also companies and like general audience and people that can promote VTubers didn't even think that like they're gonna be audience for anybody who is not like a girl. Um,
yeah.
it's
But
you know, and it's that's why so few people were like VTubing, and it also was very communal thing. As much as I fucking hate the word community in general, I don't know why. There's no particular reason. I just don't like the word. But there at the beginning, it was very like tiny. That's why currently like OG veterans that are still like some of them are still not that big, some are very big, are quite closed off to new people because like the whole space changed so drastically, and even I could see that, and I like joined pretty late, and I still could like the time for the like less than a year I joined, like it changed so much and became so much more like it's all business, a little like why not just vibe.
I mean, to be fair, the way it started was more uh, I think like YouTubing started how idols were, so it's still all business, but it's just more for entertainment.
I mean, yeah, still, but the
and it
people, I mean more of the people in it rather than the companies.
oh yeah.
Because the people, even when I just joined the thing, there wasn't so much like business vibe and like working together just for the like business part of things. Yeah, although like for example, currently all people we're gonna collaborate with the song, we don't know them directly. We haven't spoken a lot with them, but it's different because I'm just a random person wanting to make a song, and if people want to join, hello, basically. And I think that's more of the old school vibe because like I actually feel like anxious and kind of like should I do that when I think about people that I really want to collab with, but they're way bigger? I'm like, no, because I know that there is the big idea that smaller VTubers want to like reach and get views and whatnot. I'm like, no, not always, at least.
Yeah. And I know that's probably potentially why I don't raid, bigger VTubers, and like I will if I know they're chill and all that. So like I've watched them and they're like chill, even if the people who like send in two people for raids is like
that. Like some people really like either like flat out ignore the person or are like pissed off. That it hasn't happened to me, but I know that it had happened to others, and I'm like, why though? Like two people are two people, but you know.
like that hasn't happened to me yet, but I have had someone who, and I was shocked by his reaction to this. I rated him with like I think 3 people because I had like 8 people watching, but then as soon as I
immediately
as soon as
drop.
I
Yeah, it happens a lot.
yeah, and so we rated 3 people. He he welcomed us as normal, and then is like, by the way, I'm gonna check you out and show one of your clips. Which clip do you want? I'm like, wait, what?
This is like me and that fucking thing that when you shout out somebody, they show old clip, and they show that my old clip was my old body where I'm hyper emotional because I got like something I don't even remember or at this point what the fuck it was. Every time I see them, like I have to fucking delete that. No, like people still can go to YouTube and watch my first ever like stream, which was yeah, Firestorm is from that time, and he knows that I wear like the chat box. I kind of don't have like direct chat box in this space, but in the other I have. And OG time I didn't have chat box, and I basically drew the chat box in the like app that I'm making the illustrations for stuff, and I drew the chat box. It was like the time.
Yeah, and then there's me. It was just like, I have a scythe and a greater stone as my chat box.
Yeah, speaking of chat boxes, a bit like a side tangent to Vtubers, but it's kind of connected since we're using the application. But the current situation with stream elements is iffy, and I'm like, but I wished I could use the like different chat looks. But also stream elements had said some things, and I'm like,
Yeah, I still haven't deep dived into what happened, but
his opinion from the like bunch of the owners, 2 or 3 people that are in the higher ups, and there is nothing else that can do that, I think, unless you straight up like commission somebody to make you like the code for the thingy, but then you have to put it somewhere. And I'm like, but I don't want to normal chat. At some point, I want to give my chat better look so they can enjoy.
Yeah, and but really surprised me is like, instead of doing like the shout out thing, this dude actually went to my channel and asked me, what clip do you want me to show?
I would have like died on the spot. First of all, I don't have many clips to begin with, but also, even if I had, like, what the hell, you can't like decide how you're gonna present yourself in front of so much people, even if there were like only 2 people. It's like, no.
No, he had like a good like 30-40 people in his stream. I was just like, wait, what?
I imagine you like hyper animated, being like, run from this situation, run.
Oh no, I was just like, the first one, especially since it was my sweetheart from Amori, trying to voice her
You can make the Ujo-sama vibe nice, which is very funny.
Oh god.
But I am the same, like, I generally try to rate people that have less thank you, Stretch, have less like views than me, or like are smaller, but sometimes I just want to rate somebody because I like them, and in the back of my head I'm like, I don't want like neither my chat nor the person on the other side to think that I'm rating them because they're big. I just want to rate them, which is, you know, for example, like my chat knows about the whole story with the Zero. Like, he's so obnoxiously big. Provide the context that comment, but anyway. I think you know what he makes, you're gonna get so please.
Okay, Zero, okay.
No, shush.
You're the one who made it weird.
My brain's making it's not me weird to separate beings. My brain is different from me. But yeah, his audience is in each stream is like a lot of people, and it's like I really want to rate people there, even if they don't like it's not their content, just to like visit them. They are obviously free to follow or not or check stuff, obviously. But because I admire the person a lot for like the amount of work they are doing, I'm like how good they are at what they're doing, and I'm like, but I don't want him to think that some small fucking idiot like is no.
Yeah.
But the one time when I read him once in a blue moon, what happened? He actually is probably streaming today at the same time. He's streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is kind of funny.
I think I see him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see him.
Yeah. But what's happening is like I rate him and I just tip. I don't even listen. Like I just send like emotes in chat, like to be like hello, and just dip, which probably makes me look even shadier. But I also don't want to hear something. Although once I stayed and he was like shouting out, like speaking about the rate, I was like okay, whoo. But yeah, it's very that vibe, especially like I can't imagine someday if I end up like with other form in other place and for some reason end up like talking or collabing with one of the people that I plan to talk to you and chat about, that people that I really like. I can't imagine myself being like, I kind of am Vtuber because I'm your fan. Now I'm like in very close proximity work-wise. Like,
yeah, no, that's.
Imagine like if that happens someday, I'm gonna be very happy, but also I'm gonna be like,
We'll just Zero we're just gonna have Zero like faint, and then I'm gonna have to just go over and push his soul back into his body.
yeah, it's that was actually one very weird concern of mine when I was starting this thing. It was like the fact that like I'm starting as a fan, and something that was weird for me when I started was that many people that I found, at least at the beginning, were people who are VTubers but don't know much about VTubing. No corpo, no indie, none.
Yeah.
And that was very weird to me because like you started like we both started more as corpo, corpo to extent. Like I started full on with corpo VTubers and then got into knowing indie VTubers. Merwin, one of my friends, she started with watching like for ages only like indies, like for example Joe.
Oh yeah.
She even made a thumbnail for him, and yeah, like it was like commissioned thumbnail if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
And I was like, yay! But yeah, but she's like more. She's stayed by in the case because that's just gonna be her third year as VTuber.
Oh geez, yeah.
Yeah, she's in the trenches from a while.
Yeah, we're as like the fresh meat of the VTubing scene.
I mean, I wouldn't say that we're fully fresh meat because like we both are kind of nearing 1 year in terms of VTubing, and not to mention that you have generally more experience in streaming compared to me, you know.
Yeah.
But I still think that I'm not that tragic for somebody who never streamed before. Like you passed the being anxious about streaming quite fast actually. At the beginning I didn't even want to like move. Like I stood still, which led to my back hurting and me being sick in 1 week after, like the 2 days after I debuted, so to speak. I got sick because I just sat not moving for 3 hours, and like my room was cold, and yeah, I got sick and I was sick for 2 weeks after. I was like, okay. I think I am going to the general trenches to begin with, because with my PC is like, yeah, if I'm okay
Yeah.
with what's happening currently. When I get like better equipment, I'm gonna vibe. I'm just gonna chill with my chat and torment them with games like Genshin.
Yeah. What? You're currently sitting in the. This is fine. I'm okay with the things that are going on.
Yeah,
Whatever that is.
yeah.
With just the PC burning around you.
I mean, yeah. I think it's because I didn't expect people like, it was very weird. Because I put like effort, I wanted to see results, but at the same time I didn't expect to see any. So any result to begin with is like, why the hell you're even following me for so long? Like, excuse me? It probably sounds like I'm pushing away people, but it's not. I'm just like, I'm not entertaining, I think.
Yeah, that's
You know?
the problem with us being so small. Is like, just the bad thoughts of like, are we entertaining? Are we doing good enough and all that stuff? And we have to brush that away. But it's just we also joke with it. It's like, I'm entertaining.
Yeah,
What is this nonsense?
yeah, I'm literally like, I'm not even like, it's not that I don't want to like create good content, but I'm so used to the fact that currently things are the way they are that I'm like fully on joke mode of, why the hell you're still here? Obviously, I'm very happy to see like recurring faces, and some of those faces are crazy enough to like slam me with like 1,500 bits, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? What? Why? That was the first like the first ever, like, actually no, that was the second time somebody cheered. The first time was one don't was it Vitamin person, or it was another person who raided me? But somebody raided me. I'm very sorry that I don't remember. I'm really bad with names. But somebody raided me, and I think they themselves or somebody from the raid like smacked me with like one cheer or something, and I was like, oh, I never thought that I'm gonna get cheer, so I didn't even have like set up my general like image that is used for my alerts for cheers at all, and it showed the small like T-Rex and then 2 weeks later or so, mine was like, you think that you can't stream? Now I'm gonna like subscribe, gift subscription, and also smack you with bits. And I was like, you sure about your life decisions?
They were the definition of shut up and take my money.
That literally, I was like, okay. But yeah, I generally really like it. Like,
yeah,
the streaming. That's why I stopped trying to speak quieter unless people actually going to sleep, because at the beginning I was like, I don't want people to ask, and not because I'm awkward about it or like ashamed or anything. It's like, this is very important thing for me. Certain people I don't want to ask about it. I just like, it's my thing. But yeah.
yeah. But my parents still don't. Well, I'm sure my dad probably knows more about it than my mom. Because my dad has actually had to teach dance lessons over Zoom, and
yeah, a bit more like connection to the internet world.
Yeah, a little more connection to the internet world. My mom, when I was trying to explain it to her, and my aunt too, it's like my cousin got it right away, and it's just because we're both terminally online people, but
and also like age. It's like there was somebody, like, I watched documentary. It's called Childhood 2.0. I had seen it several times. It's about like how current generations navigate online stuff, and it's literally like one of the people was like, people like now kids are almost born as like instinct for technology, and it's true, like everybody from our generation around the time is kind of like picking up on technology pretty fast. So, but everybody before that is like, what?
Yeah,
Uh,
but I also get to see the kind of good thing about my line of work is I get to see very different type of people.
oh yeah,
Like there's some people who are younger than me and don't know what how these dang machines work,
oh yeah. The
and I'm like, how?
yeah, some I had some like for when I had my education and whatnot, there were people who didn't know how to use like Gmail, and I was like, excuse me, what? It was very weird because like how you functioned even in school, because they, huh? To this day I have
Yeah,
no. Sometimes it's like mind-boggling. It's not like I want people to be. Firestorm is like decided to basically bombard me with points. Thank you. I'm gonna this time actually drink water for your sake. But like people don't need to be chronically online like me or feel like more at home online. But sometimes there are some basics that how you function in our society without knowing them.
yeah.
Is the
But
question.
then I've also seen the other spectrum, whereas I've seen this 70-year-old lady or 70-year-old couple literally not have any issue with the technology that was at the uh at where I am,
Yeah,
and also we've even had like a chat about Twitch. I was like,
that's so
excuse me.
cool though. I
I
really
know
like.
that is so awesome. It's like that's amazing. You are.
I stuff like this uh, make me very happy. I don't know why. It's like, yay, more people like no. Even though like as we generally were speaking about VTubing and like streaming and like our technology currently and stuff whatnot. Even though this situation can go out of hand and like people online can be kind of at the same time, the whole like group and whatnot is cool space. Obviously, that's why I want to stay. So when I hear stuff like that, when other people, for example, I'm like, yay, you
Yeah.
got like it's just very endearing.
Yeah. Though I have been seeing because I've also been getting into VR a little bit. I've also watched like a lot of VR fails, and it's just like, oh, oh my god,
It's
because like some people think it's like too real, and like I'm used to being immersed in video games.
yeah.
However, being able to like move my body is a weird
I
experience, but still.
I want to try that someday, but it's far fetched future, bruh. Uh, but in general, I think some people speaking about like being too immersed, some people don't have the ability to like separate things.
Mhm.
And I don't say
Even
that.
in the
Yeah, I'm not saying that as an insult or anything. Some people just accept things way too literally, and they just can't separate them. Uh, which we're seeing like with VTubing and whatnot. And it's like, oh
yeah,
god.
there are people who can't separate the. I wouldn't even say like separate person
Yeah, because it's
from the model, because they still are like
yeah. For
it's
example,
still them.
yeah, for example, in my case, although like I have lore and everything, I'm, as you know, like in PC after stream, it's literally the same fucking person.
Yeah.
By a bit more obnoxious sometimes. Like it's just the same. So, but even if it's not, it's like I don't want to like I don't attempt to make my talks about Vtubers as a drama thing. But for example, like the current situation with the Niji demon, like it's like
Mhm.
because like he's trying to dive into like being full on RP most of the time, but his fans got used to like being basically my case where I am who I am and there is lore. That is. And now that is pretty much like very heavy story based and with very heavy story too. People are like, oh no, run, and I'm like, oh, but that's artistic lighting, and I want to make like heavy lore like based stuff someday, but for that I need to have like the finances and whatnot, and have the proper body for it. Although I'm so attached to this one that I think that even when I get the second one, that's gonna be for the time being, I'm just gonna switch between the two because I like them a lot.
Yeah, it's probably gonna feel weird.
It's literally changing your skin. It's so bizarre. Like I had been in this body for like what, 8 months.
Yeah, and you also have like as for me, it's like I switch between my what I actually look like, which is what you all see right now. This is like how I have designed this, but right now for live 2D, I'm using a completely different model, but it's still kind of
it has your vibe. Like it still feels like you. I know that they look absolutely different, but conceptually they feel the same when I see them. But for me, they're all grim. For example, Merwin, like she has the thing where she it's kind of partial facial blindness. So for her, the way she sees us currently is the way she sees us. So in her mind, we don't have any other form, and this kind of makes me very happy because in her head, I am always like that. and that's so cool. I still love my teeth so much. I don't know why, but that's my favorite thing of this model is the teeth.
The little vampire teeth.
Yeah, I had those before, but currently I don't have them because I have like ceramic teeth over my actual teeth. So I don't have my OG vampire teeth, sadly. Can't wait to be able to show my glasses though. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm so used to having glasses that it's gonna be cool to be able to show glasses.
Yeah. By the way, I just realized we've flown so not off topic, but because I haven't even finished.
I'm very sorry.
How I started. No, it's good. I'm just like, oh yeah, that was.
I mean, that's why it's kind of generally around the topic because it's still connected, you know. But yeah, please finish, and I'm really sorry. I am so notorious for cutting people off, and I don't do it on purpose, which pisses me off even more.
That's the thing about us. We tend to just roll. I tend to just roll with it, and we just go on to different topics. It's just like, okay, now we're going here, or now we're going there, or now we're going there.
I can't wait. Grim is working behind the scenes on somebody's drawing for him. What basically happens every time I call him for collab, and I can't wait you guys to see it because that's gonna be perfect. I can't. Oh, that's gonna be so nice.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good. But yeah, well, you know, being so heavily into the gaming scene, but also starting into the VTubing scene, I was gonna try to just have nowadays it's called PNG tuber, but just have like something there to represent me. Yeah, I was going to attempt that, but at the time things just didn't work out. So I attempted streaming a little bit more, but then my stupid dumbass, pardon my French, didn't branch out. So I was just pretty much doing it solo the entire time, and that kind of just tanked my tank my want and to do it. So I kind of stopped for a bit and
Mhm.
just focused on um and decreasing the increasing deterioration of my laptop didn't
Yeah.
help that.
Yeah,
So it
basically what's happening currently is like I want to do so many things, but also
well, it was even at a faster rate because even streaming from my Xbox to my laptop, which is what I did to stream at the time, because I there's no way in heck I could stream and run OBS
yeah.
on my laptop. I could barely run Destiny at 20 frames.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Hello.
hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
But,
Oh my god,
so
I just
at the
realized that's
time,
that's YouTube channel. I was like, wait, what? Hi. Hi. I'm sorry, Grim. I just like I
no, it's
sometimes like
good.
react to chat, then read the name. I'm like, oh, hello. But yeah. So your laptop was even sadder situation than my PC.
Yes. And what I was using at the time was using the Xbox streaming sort of thing, to where I can stream it from my Xbox to my laptop, and still use my laptop for like the overlays and stuff.
Oh.
However, there was at one point the video was so bad quality that it looked like I was playing at 360p when it was supposed to be at 1080.
Yeah, that's the thing. For some reason, it happens on my streams too, because like all my streams are sent as 720. Like they show 720, but but I have the internet and everything to be like 180, and I'm like, why is that? I still don't know why. But it's decent quality, it's not trash or anything. I'm not like
Yeah.
hard to see or anything like that, but it's weird because one good thing is where I am, internet is actually good, and at least that won't be problem for me unless like I don't know,
Yeah.
something like the recently where we didn't have electricity happens, which was like what the fuck. But yeah.
Yeah, and that actually might be helping your streams out, your laptop out a bit, or your computer. I don't.
Yeah.
That's right. You're not using a laptop per se. It's
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. It's that's probably helping out your computer not use as much utilities to do the 1080, because the jump from 720 to 1080 is a decent bit.
yeah, I mean, I tried to do some stuff on OBS before, and it ended up being like for some reason, I still don't know why, but you know about that. I can stream on Twitch. Like sometimes, like I can play games, varying depending on how my PC is. But sometimes, like the games are not fully like non-demanding. Uh, like some days I can stream better games. I just don't click with the correct day most of the time for if my PC can run something more demanding. But we can stream, that's the point. I can stream on YouTube. Every time I try, I had tried 2 times till now, when my PC was a bit better than how it's now. And both times it crashed my PC like fully. It didn't like black screen it what's happening generally. It full like crashed my PC and it self restarted.
That's
And that's
odd.
and it's for YouTube, which is like ah
That
it's
that
very
is
weird. And
bizarre.
I didn't try to like double stream like to both Twitch and YouTube or anything. I just tried to stream on YouTube, and also both of times were very light games that I started with. Like it was one game that was fan made for I Give Land from Niji Sanji. It was like based on his son Fox Akuman lore. So that was very light in general. Yeah, probably not optimized as much since it was fan made, but it wasn't big game or anything. And the other one was Plants vs Zombies. Like, to this day I have no idea why, and I'm not planning to attempt till I have proper PC because I'm like, I just feel bad people joining and being and then different platform too, and then like uh, so I decided to stick to Twitch till I have proper PC to experiment on different like fronts.
Yeah, and for me, so I like stopped all my pretty much all my streaming stuff for a while and just slowly grew into the VTubing scene over time. Like you know, it's starting with Hollow Live, just got to know all the Hollow Myth girls, or at least watch their
Yeah,
at least like watch the clips and all that,
yeah,
and and like I knew a little bit about the Niji Sanji people, uh, like that's like Vox when male VTubers started coming into the scene.
yeah. I mean, they did like the whole situation was big because like it was the first like big company and like
Yeah,
and also they like the whole way of transitioning to having like male VTubers like in corpusin was actually quite like smart them because it first started with Niji JP having like some of the senpais there for quite some time. I think at least 1 or 2 years before that, and then their experiment, so to speak, about this was Oliver Evans, who is like Japanese, but he can't speak English like fluently. Um, so he could like dabble into that scene and so they could see what's gonna happen. And then Luxium dropped and he became like their like brother. To this day, people joke that he's actually Ian instead of JP. Because like he has such an international, like when he's on JP site and streaming for them, he's very much proper JP. But when it's with like Western people or just people who speak English, the vibe is so like Ian and Nigel, like in the best way possible. The guy's very cool. But yeah, that was the test, and then showed more and more and more people.
yeah, and so I'm trying to remember like different times because for a long time I was just like watching random clips.
Yeah, same. I was just watching random clips, and just happened so that most of the first random clips were with Vox and Luxium in general. Just like I don't know if I for a long time didn't dabble into watching girls who do VTubing, not for any particular reason, just didn't happen. It was very funny. Right after like the whole wave. But yeah, clips were same.
Oh yeah, clips are a lot, and that's how I started watching more of V Shoujo and indie VTubers. So like I started, well, I've been, how I knew about Iron Mouse was I started watching Joey, the anime man.
Yep.
Actually, I think I first started watching Akidiros first, and then Joey. Then
you're entering my like field as somebody who's is like the OG like anime person.
and then and I know this is not. I know this isn't like quite, you know, VTuber territory, but it still connects to a VTuber.
Yeah.
Because you know, then I started watching Mr. Broad in Japan.
Yeah.
And then, you know, found out about Connor, and then through Connor, found out about Iron Mouse, and then started just watching more, watching Iron Mouse stuff, and then to the rest of
yeah, more
V Shoujo. the thing that always pops in my head every now and then is Zentrea's Taco Tuesday.
Uh, but yeah, for me it's very funny how like I am like individual, but for the longest time I knew so much about like corpo, but didn't know shit about individualing. Which is at least better than straight up not knowing anything about VTubing and being VTuber, which like I don't shade people at all. Like if they decided to do it like the same way, thinking, oh, I just don't want to show my face, that's okay. Like that's
Yeah.
perfectly valid. It's just the fact that I started from being a fan to being somebody who is creating along with being the fan. So it's so weird when I see the situation where somebody straight up didn't know shit about what's happening. It's like, oh god, you the summer child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from there I started watching like Shy Lily, Joel, Sayu. Well, actually Sayu I learned through Monarch.
Yeah.
Which
I don't know why.
I knew of Amelie for like a long time just because of her music work. But
I have that clip with Sayu shouting at Monarch for her wanting like help while he's like running to catch a plane. That's the thing that I saw recently. Like I was rewatching old clips, and that always cracks me up because that's so much something that we would do if we try to meet Ariel and something happens, and one of us is gonna just like type to the other in the last fucking possible moment about something. I just can't envision it. It has our like stupid energy written over it. It's like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
yeah, probably. but my favorite bit is Monarch's freaking scuff queen shenanigans, and Sayu's like, Sayu, tech support. How may I help you? Just like those clips always. It's like I just because of how it feels all the time. Every time a scuff happens, I'm like, just oh god.
Yeah, I think especially like I think what's gonna happen in case like things kind of roll and stuff go like become more lively on my side in terms of like streaming and whatnot, it's gonna revert back into me being like worried of making mistakes, because then it's not gonna be like because of my PC, it's gonna be like just why though. You know, because I'm currently like kind of chill with the scuff because it's kind of impossible to like not happen with my PC. But if everything is okay and scuff still happens, and it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like, no.
You'll be like me with my PCs. I just like go. I pretty much just like go under the freaking desk. Like, why aren't you working? Why aren't you working?
The damage I have in my head. Oh god. Damage in my head.
Like the unfortunate thing is my PC is on the ground. So, but I know shame on me. Shame on me.
I mean, when I get PC, I don't know where I'm gonna put it because, like, obviously the PC is the most expensive thing that is gonna, I'm gonna need, and I'm just gonna slowly get the rest of the stuff that I want to have for streaming and whatnot. So I'm gonna vibe with my very small desk that most of you already know of because I shared like my quote-unquote setup, which some people found cute, and I'm like, really? It's the most like boring thing you can ever see. Like I love my keyboard. It's the most like streaming looking thing that I have. But that is, and the only reason I have it is because the old one just like stopped functioning, so I had like a reason to finally spend money. Which, by the way, I am so tempted to do just chatting stream with my chat while I'm trying to clean my keyboard. I know that some people do like hand cam, but I can't do it because I don't have camera. So I'm just gonna probably chat with chat while I'm trying to clean my keyboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could. However, it's gonna be very loud and very annoying because I don't even have it near me. I have like an electric air duster.
Oh, I don't have that. I'm just gonna like clean with wipes and whatnot because like it's very easy in case of my because my keyboard is not like you straight up like take out the keys and there is nothing below them. They're just there. The they're not the fancy keyboards where you can like make them
out.
be less loud and whatnot. But I actually like that my keyboard is loud. Some people say that since I am like night owl, although recently I'm passing out very early and want to bash my head at the wall, but I hate doing that. It's like you're losing time, you fucking idiot.
I'm not touching it. It's like I've been.
But what I'm doing
more and more.
is like the clicking apparently so loud that people like can't hear that I'm clicking all night. I'm like, okay, as long as you can sleep. Yeah.
And speaking of PCs, once I actually, well, I didn't make it at the time. Once I got a actual proper PC, I say proper even though it was a POS, but it was better than my laptop at the time.
I mean, you can play stuff that I can't imagine
by
playing. So.
Far, much better. But I was thinking about getting back into the streaming and VTubing scene. I don't remember why I didn't, but
life happens.
Yeah, it was like the thing is like that was one of my goals, but it just didn't end up happening.
Yeah.
Until I saw something about Vroid models.
Ooh.
And that's when I'm like, it literally just said, "Fuck it, let's try it again."
Yeah, I mean,
because like
Vroid is, especially if you kind of go from like flash tubing, Vroid is closer to being flash tuber because it catches your movements in 3D.
Yeah, and I had gotten lucky because I was able to find. Oh wait, that's why I didn't do it for a while because I couldn't find my webcam.
Oh.
And it's like that's kind of needed.
Yeah.
In order to stream.
Yeah.
Oh, not to stream, but in order to hi Gil.
Hello.
In order to VTube, you need the camera, and at the time, I did not have a good enough iPhone. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Are you gonna drown? Are you gonna drown him? Gil is notorious for drowning people.
I mean, I have both. Like, I have coffee, energy drink, and water. So,
oh, you can't.
Yeah, because Gil doesn't show up here a lot to have enough points to spend to drown me.
They have CD.
So.
Oh, cool down.
Just have cool down. Oh fuck! Jesus.
You say that. You say you're safe, and then that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah. I didn't even hear. I don't hear anything, but it's just like
suffering. I love that it's funny that I'm saying it, but I love that I react on these things because, as you know, I'm not very reactive. Like, I don't scream when I'm scared. The most you're gonna hear is fuck, but at least it's clear that I get scared. Even though I fucking see the notification, I still get scared. I'm like,
oh yeah, no, I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
You straight up sound like mouse.
But yeah, that's what stopped me for a while. Then I found it, and that's when I found out about Vroid, and so I decided to make a quick one with just like a generic looking guy with a hoodie.
Yeah.
unfortunately. I'm now starting to actually make my Vroid model so I can actually use VR chat with it.
we, we had
But
very similar beginning for VTubing in that case, because like since I didn't know that you can buy pre-made VTubers, and didn't know that they can be affordable, so I went with Vroid, and since my PC is so bad, I had to basically save each, like, after each small action, because it was crashing constantly. So I could make the most basic, like, looking thing with the like ears and white t-shirt and like a bit more unusual eyes, and that was it. And I was like, I am not gonna attempt to do more because my PC crashes way too much.
yeah, and for me, it's like I like my VTuber model. I enjoyed having it on stream because again, even though it was like generic as hell at the time, because I didn't know how to do the multicolor hair stuff.
The
Uh,
oops.
yeah,
Yeah,
now I know how to, and I'm working on it now. But uh, at the time, it's like it was good, decent enough tracking, but the time that I tried to do and I even upgraded my camera so I could hopefully track better, which it did
yeah,
tremendously better. But it what ended up happening was when I tried to do eye tracking,
oh.
uh for some reason it wouldn't track the eyes correctly. It would constantly like track the eyes looking up. So if I ended up doing like a shocked face, what ended up happening was something completely different. Like,
Yeah.
oh nope, not doing those, not doing the eye tracking, keeping the eyes straight.
um I don't think if it cracked my eyes. The reason I stopped using mine is because um, even though my PC was a bit better at that time, I even could like attempt to stream Skyrim, although I managed to do it only 2 times, I think. But it was still eating way too much of my PC. Like I assume from my RAM, because that's my main problem. So I was like, I'm just gonna find something that generally vibes with me and is not expensive, and I somehow found my current body that was literally $5. I still can't believe that. Um, and yeah, and I generally like, I like the fact that you can see 3D motion, and if you want, you can move your hands and everything with the Vroid. But at the same time, I like the how or models, like non 3D models, can look. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I vibe with
that
that.
that was the other thing. Is like, uh, well, one I've seen like a couple I say friends, but a couple other VTubers use their the model that I'm using.
Yeah,
I because first it was a VTuber that I'm sort of friends with. We haven't collaborated chat in a while, but uh, uh, we I saw him using that model, and then I saw Beck using the same model, and I'm like, wait a minute,
yeah.
hold the phone.
I wanted to test that, but then again, as I told you, I kind of got very attached to my current one, and I am very indecisive, so I was like, no.
At some point though, we do need to get like the group to get these models and just like have them all next to each other, just with like, the heads like hello siblings, hello siblings.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I also really want, at some point, I can't do it currently because I can't run uh, what is this again? Browser. But when I can in the future, I want to do something that I saw recently some of Niji doing, which is like it's like acting thing, but like there is a wheel, and it's spinning, and it's to like choose who and who are gonna act the scene, and then another one which scene is gonna be, and there's a person who can like direct the situation by basically saying switch for like to cut the scene and make the people like start.
Yeah, the director.
With another like the scene is the same, but they have to say different things, and I think it's gonna be very fun, especially when everything is running smooth. It's gonna be very fun, very fucking loud.
Especially if we have our VA group.
I mean, we currently like haven't collabed fully everybody. We never had collab with you in it too, because like it first started with the game, and then like we all know that we know each other, and you're in the chat now. But at the beginning, you knew them. I didn't know you. And you were even lurking sometimes in my streams, and I was like, hello. That was the weirdest way I introduced myself to somebody, by the way. Just like, I exist, hi.
Yeah, and I was like, oh hi, you already know who I am, but who are you?
Yeah, it literally was that though, because like I saw that you know that is, but like I was like, oh, that person seems chill, and where's this fucking history?
Yeah, it's just like we well, what I find funny is like when I when going into Purpose's server, that's how I got very lucky in finding that, because that's how I met everyone.
Yeah.
Because before I was just playing with my IRL friends and just doing some playing some Fall Guys and Dead by Daylight and Hogwarts Legacy by myself, with the viewer model up, and then it's like I need to find more friends on Twitter.
I mean, I actually want to stream like more like things group-wise, but also more alone, like more specific stuff. But yeah, I get that if you're only not with your friends and currently like, how I can drag people around in the best way possible,
Yeah, and when I was in the actually I'm still in Purpose's server. But when I got in there, we did the Among Us collab, and that's how I got stuck between because like Sean was good, Nikolai was bad. I didn't know those two at the time, so it was just like me trying to get a vibe off their off the personality, because I was the deciding vote at the time. Hello, Ford.
I'm sorry, chat. Sometimes I see things and I sometimes sound so very deadpan, but because my attention span is like very small when I'm speaking to people, so I listen, so I can't, hear what is happening, or either my brain is gonna say nope, flies to somewhere and miss half of what Grim is trying to say. But hello, thank you for joining.
As soon as he my words just go more.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much met Sean and Nikolai, and then through Sean met Phoenix, Infamy, Beck, and pretty much everyone else.
Yeah.
And I at the time I didn't realize, but I was like in potential groups with them already, and I didn't even realize, just because not knowing the people, I'm just like, hi, I'm here.
I think like obviously there's many Vtubers and many like people now. It's not like before where there were like few groups of people, but at the same time our like group of people, even though, like, because of time differences, I for example, barely can collab with anybody else except of you. But it's like, we're kind of group, like the thing that you said about us being like a new into VTubing, but it's not exactly that, because now there is like a group, and time-wise, and like you get used to huge shenanigans that happen. So it's kind of different, you know.
Yeah, but like because of timeline wise, I haven't like I collabed with Phoenix, but I haven't collabed with Sean or Beck recently, and I'm like I want to get them together for like a pirate crew or something like that. I want to get everyone together again for another what's it called? For another cards game, because sadly you had to leave prematurely.
Oh god, that was so bad. The fact that like it wasn't like I couldn't like even speak. It was like straight up like, nah, you're not having internet anymore. Fuck off.
Yeah, that was so bad.
But I felt so bad because I really wanted to collab, and then I was like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to collab. And even now, I practically can't collab into anything that requires like doing anything except having like normal chat. Sadly, I'm gonna drag you around for drunk chatting at some point. Though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like the drunk chatting that is equally insane as just chatting. Although we're pretty chill currently, but like.
Oh yeah, no, it's like when we're drunk, it's like people are like, wait, you're not drunk? Yep.
That was so funny.
That was so funny.
Like, they were asking us at the beginning, right of the beginning of the stream, if we drank like before the stream, like to set up the mood and whatnot. I was like, nope, that's just how we are. And we technically didn't get drunk at this time. Like, I was just like, yeah, how the hell I'm supposed to get drunk with one like bottle of soju that I'm drinking in the span of like 2 hours? Nope. Because I couldn't get second one. That's so funny. I also don't attempt to like lose my consciousness while there are other people around me, which is probably the best time to do it. But no, the idea of somebody like finding me. I had told like Grim about an semi-old story connected to VTubing, not naming who I was watching, but I was watching somebody. They had drunk chatting stream, and I decided to drink with them and kinda end up like passing out mid of the apartment where I live with like 1 hour missing of my memory. And that was the first time ever in my life that I actually had like passing out from drinking or anything like that. That's how much of a weeb I am.
Like, normal drinking? Nah, fine. Drinking while watching Vtubers? Yeah!
Literally,
let's do it!
Now I want to make that meme, and now I want to make that meme. That's all that
the whole like normal drinking? Nah. Drinking while watching Vtubers? Yeah!
Or the other version of that meme, that with the brains. Where there's like brains in like shining, getting more like brainy, and the first one is like drinking IRL, like normal drinking, getting blacked out drunk IRL, drinking, watching VTubers, getting blacked out drunk, watching VTubers. Like the last scene, like being passed out and having 1 hour missing. Well, I still like, it's purely so funny to me because I'm like, this is a joke, right? This is how dangerous life I'm leading. Huzzah! It's so funny. But yeah. Even I have stories. Actually, I have quite a few like weird stories. Before streaming, like starting VTubing, I was like, do I even have any funny stuff or interesting stuff to talk about that's not like directed to the game? And I was like, yeah, generally some weird stuff had happened around me. Oops.
Yeah, that was another thing for me actually as well. It's like, do I have much talk? Well, because the at least at the beginning, it's like I didn't want to really talk about my condition,
Oh yeah.
and it more just like because I didn't want uh people like how do I want to put it? I didn't want people to
Following
either
out of
pity me
pity?
or following out of pity, and also people just coming over to just like harass or anything like
Hello.
that. But then again, it's like I figured like people are gonna do that anyways.
Yeah.
People are gonna pity follow me because I'm a small VTuber and gonna harass me because I'm a small VTuber.
Interesting enough, I like this. I like people follow, but not many people leave, which leads me to believe that it's not only because I'm small VTuber, which again, what is so interesting about my streams, but when I was first starting, I was really like debating what model to get. Like when I decided that I'm gonna have like a proper model, I was like, what model to get, because like voice wise and whatnot, and I was like, but I'm gonna feel so uncomfortable with like straight up feminine model. And also I don't want to like directly like speak about the whole topic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I whatever you think is the correct way to address me, go with it. Like sometimes people pick the wrong like one for today, but I'm like, yeah, too long to explain. Even it's even too long to explain to my own brain. So I'm just like, yeah.
And it's like kind of like how when we first started streaming, I accidentally called you her at the beginning. I'm like, wait, that's wrong.
No, the thing it's kind of correct in some days, but I like just like fuck off, just whatever happens, whatever. I'm the same IRL, although like people IRL just like Snapchatting because I'm fucking short, and they're like, hey, but yeah, I was like, hey, and I expected a lot of hate because at that time, like it happens on waves, but in the LGBTQ community of Vtubers, when important days for the community come, there is like bunch of haters collecting, and especially for Twitch, and like mass either reporting or like just raiding the streams to hate. And I expected stuff to happen, especially because like I'm small, so there's not gonna be way for me to clap back in a sense. And it didn't happen. People were so chill about it, which just surprised me so much. Literally the only time I got any sort of hate for anything, and it wasn't related to my voice at all, was the person who was pissed at me for not knowing Spanish. And I find that funny to this day. I'm like, I know a bit of Italian, I know a bit of Russian, a bit of Japanese if you use Romanji instead of like the actual like
the
like
actual kanji.
yeah, because I can't read that, but I understand Romanji enough for a simple conversation. I'm like, you could choose anything else, why fucking Spanish? But it was funny. It was funny. But yeah, I had also concerns, and also like generally speaking about stuff about me that can not dox me, but like clearly ring the bell to people that that something is weird.
From, yeah, but it's like my response to that person would have been kind of savage, but it's like, do you see the SP down there in the title? No, it says EN there.
Yeah. It's funny though. I expected, since I don't like confrontation at all. I hate it. Like I won't leave if something is really bothering me. I'm not gonna not address my opinion, but I just don't like confrontation at all. So I didn't expect to be so chill with dealing with like spamming chat or anything like that. But I was very chill. I was like, okay, let me just see how I can delete a comment, and deleted it. And while doing it, I continued speaking. I was like, huh, apparently I can do that. Okay. I was genuinely like surprised that didn't like spying anxiety in me. I was just like I was anxious because I like didn't have the brain to like check how my settings on the chat previously, so I know how to delete stuff. But I found that pretty fast. So
Yeah, for me it's like I can't continue talking while I'm doing it because my ADD and ADHD is it's just like I'm gonna focus on that and it's like, oh wait, I need to talk.
oh yeah, to this day I think there is something in my case. There's something in my case, but I'm like, who's gonna fucking diagnose 200 years old fucking nah. So I'm just sitting and being, if you can't deal with me, congratulations, you have patience for like. The funny thing is, people say that I'm quite patient, which is like, I mean, I have to tolerate myself.
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
I've gotten a lot of people to tell me that I'm patient, but it's just like for me it's like I technically get paid by the hour, so
yeah.
at least on my normal work, so it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah. By the way, something that just popped in my head and connecting back to, the whole VTubing thing. You have very much the vibe of Gerard. Like, because you're chaotic, and you can be very loud. Like, you're way more louder than me, especially in a group settings. And I'm saying that positively, by the way. The only thing is that you don't know Filipino.
yeah, it's like
I can't imagine you fucking speak Tagalog. I'm gonna die. but, but you're connected currently because like Pita Hanan is basically for Filipino, like, and they just graciously allow the Westerners to join.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn a bit more Spanish, but I trying to learn Spanish and Japanese at the same time has just been like I have almost switched to Japanese when trying to say something in Spanish to some of the customers at work. It's just like, oh nope. Ah.
I had a thought in my head, and that's gonna go for after the stream because oh no, that was one of the things where my brain like came up with something that's gonna fit onto a weird ship, and I'm like, I mean, it's not weird ship, but it's funny ship, and you're gonna die laughing. but like,
Yeah,
my god.
Make sure to make a note of it so you don't forget.
I'm actually straight up gonna send it to you, and you're gonna laugh, and people won't know why you're laughing because I'm actually gonna forget it, as always. And then I think we can talk about like generally who we like and what vibe we like, since we have like maybe around 40 minutes more before I have to actually straight up not talk loud.
Yeah.
And like, as you know, we kind of continue on VC later, but it's not for stream because it's like I talk really quiet, and it's still audible, but I prefer to be as easy as possible and like clean as possible for Twitch. That's the thing with timing, also another side of VTubing where it very depends on your environment, because like at the beginning especially, people like, because currently the people I live with think that I just speak with people in English. They think that I'm in VC and just talking, which is the case, but when I stream just, and not just chatting with somebody, I'm talking with chat or like discussing the game. And it's good that they think that I straight up talk with somebody because they learn not to enter. The number of times people had entered and I straight up like moved to the other language I know, and I was like, for fuck's sake. And several times, instead of like muting my mic, I was muting my BGM and wanted to fucking
it was I Yeah,
I'm gonna send you.
thankfully, like the people I live with, it's like they know when I'm talking and all that stuff. Like the walls are thin, so they can like hear pretty much whatever I say, but they also can't complain considering they also do the same thing when they do D&D
I mean,
at night too. So it's just like you can't really complain that much. Like they could say if I'm being too loud, I'm sure they'll come and tell me it's like, hey, you quiet down a little more. But that hasn't been the case, and especially since like more thing we're worried about is me being too loud for the upstairs neighbors.
I just at the beginning I was worried, like as I said, I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing. It's just like something very personal for me. It's very weird because it's like public thing. That's the most public like thing where I put like hours upon hours of me on the internet, but at the same time it's like my thing. So
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to discuss that with people that don't know why, like they won't be able to understand why I like it. And to be honest, I don't want them to understand. It's just the thing I'm doing. Data. And when they learned not to enter, and that I was like, okay, chill. I don't want to like make it problematic for them and like make it hard for them to sleep, but like I plan when I get proper PC to have like 1 or 2 streams. I want when things are like active again to have 4 or 5 streams per week, and some of them are gonna be midday for me on purpose to like find new people at that time, you know, but also so not always to have to like blow the people ears, because 5 days a week to like be loud pretty late at night when they go pretty early at night to bed is like and there is no fucking way for me to find a place for a long time. Like by that time I would probably like have the 2 new PCs, like literally. So yeah, but also I'm gonna send you the thing. You're gonna laugh and you're gonna want to strangle me, but just that's my brain. That's my brain. Listen to me. That's only my brain.
What's...
That's only my brain.
What?
That's,
Oh,
that's
oh
why I
no.
said. That's why I told you that I can't say that outside of because no. I'm so embarrassed. I swear I want to know. I literally. Save me.
I can't save you from your own brain.
But like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I swear to God.
You know what? I'm gonna learn more Spanish just to do that.
No,
Yeah.
you don't fucking do that. The same fucking thing with the ASMR. I want to fucking throw you out of the window. I swear. Oh, brain, why? Now chat is gonna be what the fuck you just said, and it's technically not that bad, but just
Yeah.
I'm literally having heart palpitations, I swear. What the fuck?
Duolingo, we're gonna be the best of friends for a week.
I cursed myself. Like I just like said today's day, like, but it was too funny. I knew that you're gonna die laughing, and I was like, why the fuck that's even thought in my brain? The fuck?
Sé español.
I don't know why. I swear, what the hell is my brain even? Yeah. I mean, chat knows that I sometimes come with the most what the fuck things. Even though I don't play games that like promote anything like that, but I sometimes say stuff that I'm like, like the last game I played where the guy is pretty much kind of crazy, but I also was like, I want to hug him. Please, you're cute. He's cute. Yeah, he's murderous and kind of yandere, but he's cute. Priorities. priorities. I'm in very sassy mood today for some reason. I think it's because I drank like half. I am drinking Monster, half of it is gone, and I also have actual coffee, so yeah.
I'm surprised I'm this active considering I don't have caffeine.
I mean, I think you kind of feed off of my energy and I feed off yours, and it ends up being like mad fun.
Oh yeah.
It happened even when we first started like talking, and it was like literally the awkward stage of we're not even acquaintances, and it still happened. Let alone
oh yeah, no, it was just like, oh, we're gonna watch some anime in this chat.
yeah, so we're
and
not awkward when we're on stream. And
this is like
3 hours
for
later.
4 hours, 3 to 4 hours later, one episode later.
That's good. But yeah, when I was going to prepare like the thumbnail for the stream, I asked you for some people, so I kind of know who, some of your favorite Vtubers, but feel free to like mention some of them and say why you like them so much and whatnot.
For the Hololive members, it's like obviously like I started with Gouda. Like I still like her. Like she's very energetic and plays off the dumb yet smart aspect well.
Yeah.
And that's what many people like about her.
I know that Holo tends to kind of babysit her every time there is like a birthday. Everybody acts like their daughter is having birthday, which is the cutest shit ever. Even the most like buff and like masculine people from Holo are like, oh, here is your present, and I'm like, that's cute.
Yeah, and then it's just like, however, we've seen the mischievous side of her, where it's just like, the kind of lewd side to her, seeing some of her tastes and all that stuff. Her purposely doing like bringing up the feet topic on her streams and stuff like that. Which is why she is both popular and also gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, many of the VTubers that I like on this list get hate for one reason or another.
Yeah, I was about to say Joe is one of them, which is like, basically,
but
Joe is similar case like me, where the model and the voice kind of are mismatched, but because he's a guy and like people outrage more to that than like a feminine voice on masculine model. And I'm like, that's why I love the way he deals with it. He's just, I'm gonna use that for content and shut you up directly while I'm at it, and I'm like, you go, you're fucking great. I fucking love him. I don't watch him a lot, but I adore the guy.
Yeah, he plays games with those people. It's like, oh, another person, add it to the counter.
That's a talent of somebody knowing how to minimize the effect of because chat can feel bad because of the things that happen. But in that way, it's just like all around joke, and the person that shows up and decides to hate unintentionally without wanting it end up being like the butt of the joke. It's like you went for it, and also there is no reason to hate for anything, let alone what voice the person who is using feminine model has. Like what? That's like.
I know of the recent controversy with some of his Discord stuff, and I like how honest he was about it, and it's like it wasn't like trying to backpedal or shame anyone. It was just more like, yeah, this happened. Let's move on, but more like was real about the the controversy and just kind of like let's deal with it, and then we can continue our shenaniganry.
Yeah, it's very much like sign of being in the space in general, because it's like it's slowly also getting used to having big audience, because the Whiplash people who fast gain audience is probably terrible.
Oh yeah, like but
like when you're used to having like so and so number of people, and suddenly they like go 10 or even 100 times more than it, like, because we had seen that in Niji. Like literally, like Vox Go for 1 year I think was 500k, and he was like, but that's like generous, like Go, and he got that for like 6 months, and then jumps to like 1 million and the 200 like in the next 6 months, which is like
and
it took Shoto 3 or 4 years to get to one. It's like, that growth is insane, Jesus.
I'm glad that, like, I know like a lot of people's dreams are to like have the instant success of, well, it's like, yeah, that'd be nice, but also the kind of slow and steady kind of lets you grow and get to know your ideals and the situations prior to it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not prepared for it, then you're gonna fuck shit up, and then you're gonna get canceled. You're not gonna last long.
I mean, it's also having the, so to speak, the guts to have opinion on something, and knowing that it's gonna like get a flag, especially if the opinion is actually not like harmful, but it's different than the norm, and you're in any shape or form like public figure, it's gonna get like it's gonna get clapped.
It's gonna get some flack on it, and if you're not confident in yourself to handle to like stay with your opinion, it's just gonna make you look worse. Because if you try to backpedal, it's like maybe not.
And it shouldn't even be anything controversial. It's just like what we're talking about. Like, yeah, we can use whatever models we want and whatnot. Like simple stuff. But when the audience is big, like there's still gonna be a bunch of people who go against it.
Yeah, it's like if you look at my one of my favorites for kind of obvious reasons, Calliope Mori. I don't know why she gets so much hate for.
I haven't watched
seemingly
anything
no
from her.
reason.
I know her only with the name. Sadly, I should.
Yeah. She is the Reaper of Hololive Myth, and like.
So you worship her?
Not worship, because she is one of my favorites, but I don't go like, we are worms, gross worms. Like I would consider myself one of the deadbeats, but I'm not one of those like hardcore deadbeats. Because for me, it's like there's so many great talents out there. I cannot just focus on one person as my Oshi. It's just like all these people are amazing, and I kind of want to like grow from their experiences a bit and see what I like about them and contribute it to my style of streaming.
I genuinely like I have favorite people, obviously, but I try to, like, in my small ways, support as many people as I can. Like, one of the ways is basically what my stupid bot didn't allow me, but the fact that I like every stream share like the people who created all of the music that I use, and like if like I have, like, I always try to rate somebody. I think from the start of my streaming, like when I decided to rate, which was around the time I got this model, I had rated every time unless my PC was like crashing and I had to like stop the stream for the day with a crash, which obviously I can't trade at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are so many people and all of them have something cool about them basically.
Yeah.
Too many cool people.
There are a lot of cool people. But yeah, with like a lot of audience, there's come people who give a lot of hate for seemingly no reason. Like they just hate you because you're like.
I mean, there is a
They hate.
whole. There is. I'm sorry for again like
No,
cutting you off.
no
There
worries,
is.
you're good.
I really hate that I do that. There is a whole movement that I became aware of when I still was only just on the fan side of the things, like only watching without making anything, like on Twitch at least. There is like a whole group of people that straight up like go against any male VTuber or any male presenting VTuber. Is like just because. Okay, and that's apparently quite a good amount of people, and I have no idea why they do that. Like, why you are gonna cut your number of people that you can watch and enjoy just because they are guys, or use models that are guys? What? It doesn't make sense, but it exists.
Like, I don't know. From what I learned, is like some people are just gonna be the asshole and just try to ruin everyone's experience because they aren't happy in life or something like that. But yeah, other VTubers I like are, like I said, Iron Mouse. We've talked about Joel a little bit. Sayu I also like. Let's see. I'm trying to think of. I mean, I do have a few figures of a couple of them.
I had seen some of the. I think I saw the Gura one. I think you had shown me the Gura one.
Yeah, since the Gura one, I've gotten a lot more. Just because they were paid for. They were paid for in advance. I was just waiting. They were pre-order, so I was waiting for them to come out. So I currently have Gura, Kali, Zentrea, Ayami, and why is her name escaping? No, it's an indie VTuber called Akumi. She's like a Oni looking VTuber with a bunch of scars on her.
Oh, I can't collect stuff because one, like, it's probably gonna be years in the future when I can move out, or if I ever do from the place I'm currently. But because I think I may do it, I don't want to get stuff. Also, I'm trying to save up money and like, and I don't have space. If I have like, I have some manga and stuff, but most of the things that I'm fan of, I just can't collect. I had started collecting albums of one of my favorite K-pop group, and then like backpedaled on it because I don't know where I'm gonna put them, which is the sad part. And this is one of the things that I liked collecting a lot, and especially that group. I think that I'm not gonna like grow out of them, so to speak. Like for many reasons, but I don't have space. Just don't have space.
Yeah, I understand the no space part. Like that's why I didn't start collecting stuff for a while beforehand, because I was stuck in the living room for like a long time. But
connecting from you speaking about Iron Mouse, because like this is one of the connecting VTubers. Like obviously I like Joe, even though I have like I have many VTubers that I admire and like they are kind of important VTubers for me, but I don't watch a lot of them because I have really, my chat knows, I outside of streaming and watching some specific stuff, I have really short attention span, so I probably can watch one stream of a VTuber per day, aside from me streaming. And my attention span just dies after that, which is very sad because I wish I could watch. I have the time, more often than not, I have the time to do it, but I just don't have the brain to do it, if you get me.
Yeah.
But Iron Mouse is a friend with Vtuber of it, and I'm like, for obvious reasons, I am dying. The amount of like respect I have for that person is just insane. Like, I'm so glad that I found him and started watching him, because like the first impression you get from him, especially when he started with Niji, was like many times he had spoken about that, like he straight up on purpose tried to shush people out. That's why he at the beginning tended to be a bit cold person, but he like doubled down on that more than he actually is, just to drive out people, because he's the type of person who prefers smaller community to avoid like shenanigans happening. And I think out of every corpo VTuber I have any invested time in, like to know the community at least a bit, he's the one who managed to create like genuinely what I want to create in my space, where people don't feel like they have to show up every time to have a place. They can just chill, no need to donate or do anything, just like come and chill and vibe. That you know, he also is somebody with a chronic condition, and I have something that like people most likely had like picked up on based on description on how I look and stuff, but I don't name it on purpose because basically it's gonna dox me very hard. But it's like, yay, you know, representation wise. Same thing happened with Hex Haywire. Basically, he's the guy with the scuffed PC, non-existent working PC, and he also has a bunch of like health issues. And even with all that, he's still streaming. And when I started following him when he debuted with XLA, I was like, that guy can't do it. He basically is like constantly tired, and his PC is non-existing in terms of like able to stream, but he still does it. So you basically. So that was one of the things. Another person, I like people who are not corpo, obviously, but since I started with corpo, the people that I look up to the most are corpo.
Yeah, and same with me, because just like it's like I like the freedom of the indie VTubers, but but I love like how much content can be put out with the corporation VTubers.
For the other person that you can see on the thumbnail, because this time I'm gonna fucking finally post my just chatting on YouTube. I always like think I'm gonna post it, and then I'm like, but is it interesting? Because like gameplay at least is like directed to one thing, but I want this to go to YouTube. So hello YouTube peeps. Sorry for saying to you hello almost at the end of the stream, but is equivalent somebody who is like he creates music, and he has he has lore, and even though you get like crumbs of it once in a blue moon, as like theory crafter myself, I'm just dying because lore. and like I just love how directly like otaku he is about music and about stuff like that. He has very much the comfy chaotic energy I'm trying to put out. I'm not trying, I'm just vibing with my like going with how I the day. Some days are chaotic. Some days I'm literally half asleep on stream. Oops. But
Yeah,
because he's creating music, I'm like I want to do that too. But generally, I am for like Nietzsche fan in general. Like new people come up pretty often, so sadly I can't follow closely. But clips to this day help. And especially now that I'm like a VTuber myself, I kind of get even more hyper because I'm like, oh, I can't think how they probably like made that happen, like how they organized their OBS or something, and all like.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
another
see
thing.
shoes at the side. You see shoes at the side, and you're like, okay, that's how things work. Nice. I want to use that, but that's going to destroy my PC. For those who don't know, shoes is like paid app kind of thingy that allows us to make more like visually pleasing streams where the lighting can be changed. It can like double our image and whatnot. It's very cool thing, but my PC is gonna die if I try to use it.
Oh,
I'm gonna use it someday.
I'm worried at some point I'm gonna have to change my my because though my computer's running mostly fine, I think.
I mean,
I'm hoping it's not the case, but I'm starting to see little aspects of things that are showing that's dying or it's going down. Like, no.
Yeah, especially I mean, especially if we just like continue creating stuff, it kind of goes with the quote-unquote profession because like new games come out and even simple games with each year demand more from the PCs.
Oh yeah.
And even if it was only that, you still would like reach a point where you have to update stuff. But stuff also get old, like in general. So I was like, no, my brain didn't comprehend how old my PC is till you asked me. I was like, oh god, like this thing is 10 years old. How is it even functioning? Because it looks like it looks fancy, but inside it's like old grandpa.
Well, what I find funny is, my laptop is younger than your computer.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ! Laptops die faster anyways, though.
Yeah, that's true, and especially since I mean, I want to upgrade it to see if I can at least upgrade like the storage to see if it'll run faster. But I'm pretty sure I just might not deal with it. However, I was gonna say I have a Mac laptop that works better than my other laptop, my gaming laptop. But that's because it's better for workflow instead of gaming.
Oh yeah. I was checking since we were gonna finish in like 10 minutes or something. I was checking who from Vitahanan is here, and so many people are alive. Jesus Christ. That's why I kinda lagged. But yeah, so these two people like from the Niji side, but I have like different. It's actually 3, and if you include Vox, which was actually the first one that I followed a lot, I really like how caring he is. And also, you know, the whole thing with him basically making movie while like live streaming. That it's insane. Oh my god. My whole interest with voice acting actually came from VTubing too. Like, it's not like I had zero interest in the topic, but never thought that I would attempt doing it because like it just didn't cross my mind. And I was like, oh, that's also cool. I want to do so many aspects that are like Vtubing. I love
Yeah.
writing stories and making stories. So the lore part of me is something that I want to work on in the future. I like singing, and as a VTuber, you kind of like have a bit more connections and ability to end up making covers and whatnot. And someday I have songs that I want to create that are like original. Um, Basically many things, and I also just generally want to just sit and chill and chat and play games when they like and run properly. It's very like minuscule goal, but like when none of the more fancy games that you could think of like can run, the goal of me being able to play fancy games is it's out there. But for indies on my side, Shoto, but that's because like I found Shoto because of Vox, and I was like, oh, ooh, I like his vibe in general. Obviously Joe. I like to watch some small people that I sadly can't remember the names of because I'm absolutely names. Dennis Hollow. I think the order of people I started getting into was Ian Nijisanji, ID and JP Nijisanji, Indies, and then Hollow. And from Hollow's, one of my Oshis was Vesper. Sadly, he graduated.
Yeah, sadly.
That
still kind of hurts me. She was like,
yeah,
oh.
yeah. It was so sudden. It was bad.
I remember a lot of the new members seem
yeah.
to be.
I didn't watch directly when they debuted because it was like quite late at the night, and as I told you, currently I'm kind of passing out at relatively normal hour, which is pissing me off.
Mhm.
But I couldn't. It was like 4 a.m. for me when they debuted, I think. But each of them like is very cool. I like their vibes a lot. In general, the Tempest and the New Boys are each of them has very cool vibe. To this day, I'm like baffled to the fact that Beto made cover of the song that's the opening of Dead Man Wonderland. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Excuse me. Yeah, it brings me back to when I started watching anime, which is bad considering how young I started and how many of stuff I watched.
Oh jeez, yeah. There's so many messed up anime that we end up watching as growing up because a lot of times now it's I wouldn't say
Messed up is still a thing. It's just I think we're just
not as
desensitized.
prevalent as it used to be.
I mean that, especially in more like slice of life drama stuff, they had a lot of like dark elements before. Then there was quite a long period of like purifying that side. And now the dark stuff are slowly coming back. I'm seeing, which makes me happy. I'm not
Yes.
picky. Like if I like the story, I like the story. Someday I'm planning to like suggest manga and stuff, but I read so slow unless I fucking like binge read 90 fucking chapters for, that you know of. That was a thing that happened. But yeah, so I like the New Boys in Hollow. Gerard has so much energy. He has energy enough for like 10 times. Yeah. I don't know. It's as a VTuber who also likes VTubers. It's like sometimes I want to talk about stuff, but also don't want to turn my streams into like me crashing over other VTubers. So that's why we decided to do this today. Generally VTuber talk. But yeah. I think soon we're gonna have to end. It's actually quite late.
Yeah.
It's on time. By the way, I'm really sorry that the last sentence sounds so deep. It's because I'm thinking and my brain is saying you can't think anymore. Because I'm checking who we are gonna raid. Tell me now that you are in the same team. Do you find that fact that the team, like people who are active, doesn't show up immediately annoy you? I wish it did, because it's like I have to go to the Vita Hanan Twitter page to open the Twitch link for the team and choose one person and then find them, which is so annoying. I just want.
Yeah. What I ended up doing is I go. Like I know you're going through the Discord, right?
Yeah.
Also, I just realized you have the wrong Grim Shadow on your stream.
Oh God. Why? I'm really sorry. Why?
No, you're good. I just like hovered over.
I copied your link though, like from your yeah.
Because it has the underscore under.
Wow. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna send out correctly. I should find why my bot is not working.
No, not the link, but the at in your title.
Ah. Oh, I've. Okay.
I just realized that I think the link was correct. The Twitch link you sent was correct. It's just the
yes.
one.
So wait a second. I'm really sorry. I really hoped I can't find why the bot is not working now, because that's very annoying. I have some problem with bots recently, as you know, when I was creating our other Discord. Still can't believe that I made so stupid mistake for that one. Okay.
Yeah. What I do for the Hanan. To check out the streams, I go to the about, into my about, or your about space, and click on the team link, and I'll show all the active ones.
Shenj is playing like that. I assume that's a group club because they're playing Project Zomboid, I think.
Yeah, I think they're also with.
Yeah, I think it's group club. There are many people. Oh, Project Banyan.
Final Fantasy. Also.
Code of the Lamb.
Oh, Kami.
Eclixteria plays Code of the Lamb is for the Project Banyan, so I think we're gonna go there to support the project, since I couldn't support it myself because I don't know when I can stream and what I can't stream, and I want for stuff like that to be able to be as entertaining as possible, but sadly it doesn't work that way. Okay. Guys, thank you very much for watching this, by the way. It was very cozy stream. I really wanted to talk about that. Clearly my voice is dying, as you can hear. It started to sound like I'm chain smoker. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh wait, Underhill is here. I have to tell you something about Underhill. Oh, is another. He's the only news Vtuber that I actually follow. He's a very chill guy. He is also a big Vtuber fan in general. So I relate.
Yeah, I forget the names of one of the people I follow on YouTube, but about like different He
Okay.
has like he uses a Vroid model, but it's like purple hair, or 3D model, but it's like purple hair and all that.
Oh yeah. No. Mm-mm. Nope.
No?
Again, guys, thank you very much.
Wait.
I'm gonna. I actually think instead of putting my closing screen, we're just gonna stay here and kind of fade into the nothingness when we read Elixir and just watch the chaos. I really want to play a Code of the Lamb. So many things I want to play.
Same.
But yeah, thank you very much. It was very fun. I hope you guys enjoyed our rambling about VTubing and VTubers and everything like that. And you're gonna probably see collab with us too at some point soon because it always happens.
Yep.
I don't know
I get dragged around.
Yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be about, but it's probably gonna happen soon. And I'm gonna stream on Friday and still don't know what. Like if I don't find the game I want to check with you guys, we're gonna play Sound of Drop and just go more into the story. So yeah, thank you very much. And we're kinda gonna fade away and leave you guys with the music tune we got right. Bye!
Bye. 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 Goodbye.